Okay. So on my MacBook, I'm in the live stream, and on the iPad, I'm in Skype. So anybody who wants to take part in future times in the live stream just has to go to my Patreon account or to my homepage. All the links in the description. And then you can take part in the lesson. You can also suggest topics if you want to. And at the moment, I'm with Caroline, and she has already had some lessons with me. She's about B1 level, so today is not so much A1 beginner stuff, only a little bit. I will always include a little bit of beginner knowledge in the lesson, which means for advanced learners that you have to be a little bit patient in this time, or you can just listen and repeat. It's also very useful. And all the learners get some documents to be able to read along. And the documents are in our Skype group. Everybody who has the link to the Skype group can see now all the documents in the chat. And we will use the first document first. It is called, so that depends on if you are German or you are French or you want to read it in English. I only put the German one in the chat because Caroline is German and there are no others at the moment. I will just put the link in Patreon, and Caroline, you can open the document. It's called English Tenses, Flussdiagramm. So that's a graphic that shows all the tenses in English. And I will explain it, and then we will have examples. So in this graphic, we will start on top where it says when is the action. Then the possibilities are either on the left side in green that it's over. So, for example, it was yesterday, 2 years ago, or it was in 1990. So it's over. Then second possibility is orange. That's the second column, more or less. It's not over. So, for example, it has begun 3 years ago. For example, you learn a language. You have started 3 years ago, but you are still learning. So that's not over. It's still like that in the present tense. And then the fourth possibility is that it's now, at the moment. And the fifth possibility is it's a recurring task. So, for example, every day, every week, every second Monday, every other week, every year. So that happens regularly, or it's not only a one-time situation. Sorry, I have to close all my windows. This car is so loud next to me. Yeah. And the next one is it's future. So maybe tomorrow, in 2 years, in some weeks. And then all these possibilities. So first you ask when is the action? And then for every action, when you decide the time, there's two options. Not for everyone, but for most of them, there's two options. Either this action can take long. For example, it's 2 hours, 2 years, and you want to emphasize that. So you want to say it has, for example, the action that is over, the green one. When it's over, it can be over, and you don't want to mention how long. It's just over. So it's just, and that you can see on the third page. On the third page, the same graphic, but there you can find how the tenses are called and one example. So the green one, you have two major differences. The one is past perfect, the other one is simple past. They are both over. But when you look to page 2, you can see that past perfect happened before the other action. So, for example, yesterday you came home after a party in the morning at 2:00 a.m. But before that, you were at the party. So the action that has happened or happened before the other one is in past perfect. So in this case, the party is in past perfect. So I was on a party becomes here, I had been on a party. That's past perfect. Or I had gone to a party. Or I had met a friend on a party. And after that, there comes simple past. For example, I did something. I drove home. I came home. So in the irregular verbs table, it's the middle column. The first column is present tense and infinitive. The second column is simple past. And the third column is the past participle, which you need, for example, for past perfect. The second part of past perfect is your past participle. For example, here, done. Done is a past participle. If you say, I had met a friend, then met is a past participle. So when you repeat the irregular verbs, then you have to know the infinitive. That's the left column. The middle column is the simple past, and the last one is the past participle, which in past perfect is combined with had. So I had done, I had met, but also you had done, you had met. We will make more examples after that, but first let's make one example for each of those tenses. Then let's say you want to have a long duration of this action. So we are still on the green side. We are still on past perfect and simple past. Let's say you want to say that it was a very long party and you had been dancing for 5 hours. So that's continuous. That's the yellow one. And it's with ing in the end. In past perfect, it's had plus been. You can also take notes if you want to, but we can write something down later also. So in past perfect, when I want to say that I had been dancing, I say I had. Then the next part is been, B-E-E-N. That's always, those parts stay always the same when you say something in past perfect continuous. Then those two parts, had and been, are always the same. And then the last part is the ing form, and there you put dance and ing. It's the ing form that says that took a long time, many hours, for example. So I had been dancing. And then simple past is what I did after that. It's over, but I did it after the other thing. For example, I came home. That's simple past. It's the second column. But if you want to say that there was no taxi, there was no bus, you had to walk home, and it took you 3 hours to walk home from the party to your house, then you need ing form. That's the yellow, the continuous. So you would say, I was walking home. So you need I was, or if you say you, it's were. If you say he, she, it, it's was. And we, you, and they have were also. So I was. And then you need the infinitive, and you put ing because it's long. Just think of long is ending with ng and t, and also ing is ending with ng. Ing and long, you can make a rhyme in Chinese of it. Ing ong ong. So it's long, a long duration of your action, a long walk, long dancing and long walking. So both are ing forms. And then the middle part, present perfect. So present perfect means it started, for example, yesterday, or it started 1 year ago or 10 years ago. And it's still like that in the present tense. It didn't change. It's still like that. And that's also like that, for example, if you still have the possibility to do it in future. So, for example, have you ever been to London? That means in the past. Did you go to London maybe? Or in the present tense, do you go to London? Maybe so as well in future. You could still go to London because London still exists and you still exist. And as long as you exist and London exists, you can go there. That's why it's not over. That's why it's simple. It's present perfect. And present perfect is built with have and the third form, the principle, like done, met, gone. So for to be, it's been. So I have been in London means I am in London and I have gone there, for example, yesterday. So it has started in the past and it's still like that now. I'm still in London. Have you ever been in London means you could have been in London, I don't know, maybe a year ago, or you could go there now, or you could go there in future. So it's not over. You are not dead. But let's say you're an angel and I could communicate with you in heaven. Then it's over. You can't go to London. You're in heaven. You're sitting on a cloud, like the Bavarian angel Aloysius. You're singing. you're fine sitting next to God. Life is over. You can't go to London, so I can't use present perfect. I have to use simple past. It's over. Your life is over. So did you go to London? Because if I, so that's the green one on the left side, simple past, did. So if you're dead and in heaven, you can't go to London, so you have to use simple past. If you are alive, you're on Earth, and London exists, then you have to use present perfect. So then the red one, simple present. So simple present can be now or a recurring action, like every day, every week. So that's easy. You just put a form of to be. I am, you are, he is, we are, you are, they are. Then you take the action, like walk, buy. What else can you do? Cook, whatever. And then ing. Ing. Now you ask, but Mona, you said ing is long. Yeah, okay. Just imagine that the present moment is just longer. For example, today. Today is a long time, but it's now. It's simple present. So, for example, today I am cleaning the house. Today I am going to a friend. Today I am sitting on the sofa. Today I am watching Netflix. That's today. It's the present moment, but it's relatively long because it's 24 hours. Now is shorter, but there is no way to say that it's now and it's not long because it's longer than 0 seconds and it's long. Just imagine now is always long, so that's ing. And then, oh, I just see that I didn't put here, it's simple continuous. Just a moment. Continuous. If you opened this document from Skype, then you have to close it and reopen it now because I changed something. And let me see, continuous. Now it didn't change. Continuous now. Good. Because continuous, that's the ing form. If you opened it in a browser, then it's okay. Then you can see what I'm changing. So this is the ing form. And now we talk about simple present. It's also red. It's also, for example, today, but it's recurring. So this is the one that is like the infinitive. So I buy, I walk, I think, I cook. And you use that as a recurring task. That means that it's more than once. For example, it happens every day. I cook a meal for my kids every evening. I go to work in the morning at 7 every day. I read a book every Saturday. I go swimming. Oh, and you can combine also two verbs. I used this I go swimming, but The simple present is I go. The swimming is extra. It's a second verb. So you can combine simple present with a second verb. That's in many languages like that. Especially do and have and go can be combined. We can do more examples in the next hour, next lesson, but just to give you one example. So simple present. I go on vacation every August. I buy a new dress every. So those are regular actions. And then we have future. And there are two futures in English. The one is going to, the other one is will. If you say will, you have to combine it with an infinitive. For example, I will have a lot of money in the future. And if you use going to, you have to say I am, or you are, he is, we are, you are, they are. So a form of to be. Then you say going to, that stays the same in the middle. And then you use the infinitive. So for example, I am going to walk 10,000 steps next week, every day. And this is a good example because it's a plan, and you use the going to future if it's a plan. So you want to do something and you are planning to do it, and then you say that you want to do it next week, for example, or next year, or in future. I'm going to give up smoking, for example, means you're planning to not smoke anymore in future. And the other possibility when you use going to future is if it's sure, if it's 100% logic and you are 100% sure that it will happen. For example, you can see black clouds on the sky, and the weather forecast said that it was going to rain today, and well, it's starting to be windy, and you can see the birds flying over the river because all the mosquitoes are now trying to find a tree to be able to stand below the tree. And so you know that it's going to rain. So you say, it is going to rain. So that's just it. That's just because nobody is raining. The rain is not raining. It is raining. Or for example, what else could be very sure? You're a fan of football and you watch the football game, and there's I don't know those football words, but let's say I don't know any names of football stars. I can remember Rummenigge and Matthäus. I'm that old. Okay, so somebody's running to the. I can't even say. I don't have words for games. So let's say there's a horse a horse, and the horse is very full of panic. It's surely going to jump over the fence. You can see it because it's running so fast, and the fence is 1 meter away from the horse. It's not possible that it doesn't jump over the fence. Otherwise, it would run against the fence, and the horse is not dumb. It's not stupid. It knows that it can jump over the fence. So the horse is going to jump over the fence. You know it for sure, 100%. And for all other cases, if you're not sure and if you don't plan it, you use will future. So let's say somebody says, can you please shut the window? I think it's too cold. We have to shut the window. Okay, I'll do it. You can abbreviate will and say I'll. So I for I and apostrophe double L. I'll do it. Or you can say I will do it. But most of the time they abbreviate it. So for example, your daughter is going to school tomorrow and she is wearing a sweater, but you know it's going to have 30 degrees Celsius. It's going to be hot. You know it because the weather forecast said it. You're sure that it's going to be hot, extremely hot. Why do you bring a sweater? It's going to be hot tomorrow. You'll sweat. Okay, you can also say you are going to be sweating. Sorry, that's very complicated. You're going to be sweating is ing form because she will sweat for a long time. Okay, that's just some examples. So 15 minutes of grammar. The next 15 minutes are text. So in Skype, I sent you some texts. And first of all, we will open 1A to B. And you can read all the texts on your own if you want to later. You will find the verb to be and all the uses of to be. And on page 6, you can see the conjugation. First, all the persons in singular, and then all the persons in plural. And then you can see how the verb to be is used in German, but you can see the English translation. This is a bilingual document. It's available in 30 combinations. I have a blog post about the 30 playlists. I will link it below the video. And the 30 playlists are because I have 6 languages on my channel. And when it's bilingual and you combine the 6 languages in pairs, you have 30 combinations. Like, for example, German-English, but with a German audio, German-English, but with an English audio. And this document shows you how to use the verb to be. And it's in present tense. So you can see examples for how to use the verb to be in present tense. and we spoke about present tense. And now, for example, on page 18, you can find the example, are you there? When are you there? And then as answers, for example, in German, everything is still present tense, but that's only because in German we would use it for future and for present tense. But in English, for the future, we will use will or going to. And for present tense, you could maybe also use present perfect. So, but now you know from the other document which time to use when. So let's go from 1 to 8 on page 18. So number 1, I'm here. That's present. That's simple present. There's no ing form, so it's not present continuous. And I am is present tense of to be. So from my explanation, it would mean that it's a regular. And now you say, but Mona, you said if it's now, it's with ing form. So now you can note your first exception. There are always exceptions to every rule. So the exception is to be is usually not used with the ing form. Theoretically, it would mean I'm being here. It's not wrong, but we just don't say it. So we leave out being when it's not needed. And most of the times it's not needed. The verb form being is needed in other sentences, but not in normal sentences with to be. Like I'm here, I am. We have more examples here. Let's start on page 7. So you can use I am for saying who you are, or which profession you have, or who this person is that you're seeing over there. This is Mr. Alex Schmidt. This is my boss. I'm a teacher. I'm Mona. Then 8. You can say I am when you want to answer the question, where are you? I'm at home. I'm in Spain. I'm on vacation. I'm in Asia. And number 9, you can use I am for saying how old you are. And number 10, you can say how you am. I don't mean like how are you? I'm fine. That's okay too, but I have another page for this. Here, I mean like how are you? Which qualities would describe you? Are you tall or are you small? Are you fat or are you thin? And so on. Are you intelligent or are you a nice person? How are you? Yes. Then page 11. Where do you come from in English? But you can also say, where are you from? So what you want to ask is, where have you been born? Where were you born? And where have you lived during your childhood? So, for example, I'm from Germany. I'm from Munich. And then page 12 is still where are you from, but that's plural. It just didn't fit on one page. Then page 13, that's what time is it? It's midnight, it's 12. So you can use it is or to be to say what time it is. about the weather with it is. It's humid, wet, it's cloudy, it's hot. And 15, you can say what material the thing is made of. For example, this bottle is made of plastic. It is made of plastic. And then 16, you can say what day it is today. It's Monday. It's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. And then in page 17 is different in English than in German, because in German we use to be also for one of the past times if we use movement verbs. We just jump over that. We skip that page. We go to page 18. I already talked about that, but we have 2 examples on this page. 3, 4, 5. 5 examples that are not present tense here in English. Also, it's present tense in German, but in English it's not. For example, I'll be there. That's future. So I'll be there later or tomorrow. It doesn't matter when exactly, but it's future. And I'll be there on time. That's also future. So for all Germans that learn English, before you say something about anything, you shortly have to think about, is this really present tense like in German, or is it maybe future? So future is everything that is not now, and in English it can also mean like every day. No, every day is not future. But if it's now, we have seen in our document, then it's present continuous. I am going. If it's every day, it's simple present. If it's always like this, like for example, I'm here. Okay, now I'm here, but maybe I'm here. I'm always here because it's a monastery and I'm a monk. I'm here. I'm always here. For all the time, for all my life, I'm here. But you can also say, so the monk can also say, I'll be there forever and ever. In German, you could use present tense, but in English, not. Because you're talking about the future, then you have to use the future in English. And then number 6, I've been here for a long time. In German, we use the present tense. Also, it started in the past, but in English, it started in the past and it's still like that now. So you have to use present perfect. I have been. And then another example for I have been. I've been here since yesterday. So it doesn't matter when I arrived, but if the arrival is not now, like I'm arriving at the moment, okay? But then 1 second after that, I've arrived. I have arrived. Not I am arrived or something. I have arrived. And then if he asks you, how long have you been here? I've just arrived. So some minutes ago, I have arrived. And I'm still here. But for example, you missed the person you wanted to meet with. He has gone. He's somewhere else now. And he phones you. Where are you? I've been waiting for you for 20 minutes. Where are you? Then you can say, I was at the main station. I was at the station. I didn't see you because now it's over. You're not there anymore. But let's say you're still at the main station, but you went to the toilet. So I've been here for half an hour. My train arrived half an hour ago, but I'm still here. So I've been here for half an hour. But where are you? I can't see you. I'm at the toilet. Okay, I will come up to where you are. Where are you exactly? I've been in the station. Yeah, I know, but where exactly are you? Okay, I'm at the main entrance where the flower shop is. Okay. Stay there, I'll come. I will come. So that's just, it's future. You can also say I'm coming because you start now to come to that place, and that's why you can use I'm coming. It's starting. It's starting now. Good. And then 19, to say what is your profession. I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor. Then to say how are you in the sense of what's your state, what's your current state. For example, is anything wrong or everything okay? So you will use I am and then put anything that is true, like I'm ready, I'm done, I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm drunk, whatever. And then the last page is 21. That's what are you doing at the moment? So there's two possibilities. I am dancing. This is the present continuous. Like I am going, I am walking, I am shopping, I am going, whatever. I'm dancing, I'm jumping. And the other possibility is I'm about to plus infinitive. So if it will happen very soon, you can say, or if it's happening now, I'm about to dance. That's short before. Good. So this is 1A. Sorry. I don't know which alarm clock that is. It's the alarm clock of the end. It's incredible. So, Caroline, do you have any questions? We have some minutes because I talked all the time. You could have stopped me.
Not really for the moment.
Okay.
I hadn't found the document.
Okay, it's here in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat, I have the document of the tenses, but not the reading part.
Okay. I don't know why it didn't arrive, because it shows me that it has been sent. There are 3 documents for the word to be, and then there are 3 photos as well.
No, I've just the Fluss diagram.
Okay. Maybe because you accepted it later, I don't know, but I will send it again. Check if you can see it.
Okay, now, yeah.
Okay, that's maybe because you no, I can't explain it, because if you have the first document, then you should have the other ones too. My technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the 1,000 most important
Yes.
German verbs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Three different versions. One is 1A, that's present tense. That's the one we did at the moment. And we
Yeah.
have also 1B that's past tense. We will do that next time. And 1C future also next time.
Okay. Okay.
And then we have 3 pictures. It's a book. It's just 2 pages of that book, just to read something, and we will do a comprehension exercise next time, and then we will do a discussion.
Okay.
So, and I will put an alarm clock for each 15 minutes next time, because I wanted to go from grammar to reading examples, and I wanted you to read also, but then I didn't hear you anymore, so I didn't know if you still were there. I didn't see you, so I wasn't sure if you were there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So next time, after 15 minutes, it's your turn. You can read whatever we will read. I think we will read first 1B. So we will we will see some examples of past tense of to be, and then we will try to read the first page of the book and talk about what happened, what are the persons called, what did they do, what did they feel, who did they talk about, and so on. So if you want, you can read it and prepare it, but you don't have to. And what you can also do, you can...
Okay, that's the 2 pages I see here.
Yeah.
The happiness plan.
Yes.
Or, but it's always a live stream when you make this lesson.
Yes, group lessons are in Skype, and they are also in on Polyglot Pocket Love It. So after the live, I upload this stream so that you can listen to this video session again. And for example, if you missed something or something wasn't clear and you knew you had a question but you didn't note it, then you can repeat the video and you can listen to it again. And you can say, oh, now I understand it. Or, no, I still don't understand. I will write down the timestamp. For example, it was in minute 10, 30. And then I will ask Mona in 10:30, what did you mean by saying this sentence? Or can you give me another example or something?
Okay.
And also for example, for your book, Harry Potter, if you want to read a part of Harry Potter, then you can put a photo of that part in our Skype chat. And we can also use this. And we can, for example, say, okay, this sentence contains will future and going to future. Why is he using will future here and going to future here? So we can use texts that you provide also.
Okay.
Good. So I hope everybody could take away something for himself. And if you want to participate like Caroline does, well, normally she can ask anytime. This is the first lesson. I just didn't know if she was still there. So you could have asked anything anytime. Only the first 15 minutes I will be talking about grammar, and then after that you can talk. You just say, stop, Mona, I have a question, or anything.
Okay, I understand.
Good. Okay, I will end the stream here, and